Hey everybody, this is Chuck Marone with Strong Towns. As an engineer, there's certain things that I know, or certain things that engineers know that I recognize are not common knowledge amongst most of society. One of them is the amount of chemicals that are in the wastewater we discharge into lakes, rivers, apply to fields, put in the Gulf of Mexico. Uh, we treat wastewater coming out of your home, coming out of your business, goes through a series of pipes and goes to treatment facility. And we do a really good job of removing solids, removing what we call biochemical oxygen demand. So things that will induce bugs and basically like destroy the quality of the water as measured in clarity and that kind of stuff. But what slips through this treatment process, particularly for modern Americans, are a lot of the chemicals that we ingest that don't get digested or infused within our system. Let me give you an example. When you take vitamins, a lot of the vitamins that you take exceed your daily ability to absorb them. And when you use the bathroom, that excess is filtered out of your system, goes into the toilet, and ends up in wastewater. It gets discharged into streams and other places where your wastewater goes. I'll give you another example. Estrogen. When we have people who take estrogen supplements, and I know a lot of women, particularly women in menopause, will take estrogen supplements. This is a necessary thing. I'm not making a statement about the use or the value of estrogen, but a lot of it is not absorbed, and it winds up being excreted out and going into these water sources. We can go around the country and measure water sources and find levels of estrogen that, while not, toxic to humans or toxic, creates this kind of low level latency that nobody really knows what happens, right? We do know that when you give, say, frogs low levels of estrogen over a period of time, it changes them. What does this do to the environment as a whole? We don't really know. And one of the reasons we don't talk about it much is because as engineers, we don't have a way to solve this. We don't really have a cost-effective way to deal with this. We need to treat wastewater. We need to treat it efficiently. We need to treat it relatively cheaply, because from a public health standpoint, not doing that is a huge danger. These side effects of having estrogen or other chemicals that come through, drugs. I know chemotherapy drugs have this same kind of thing. We don't know what to do about it. And so we just tend to ignore it. And because we ignore it, it doesn't come up in public debates. It doesn't come up in discussions. People are largely unaware of it. There's a new thing out that I just found out about. And there is a journal, actually, the American Chemical Society. They said cleaning water with smart rust and magnets. They've actually come up with, a group of scientists have come up with a way to put a certain kind of rust into a wastewater stream. So we got wastewater, it's pretty clean, we're ready to discharge it. We inject this rust into it. We make the water, dirtier in a sense by putting this rust in. But what happens is that the rust actually bonds with, in this case, estrogen, and it will bond with it. And then we can filter that rust out. In a sense, it coagulates, it grabs onto the free-flowing estrogen in the water, and then it does it in a way where we're able to then filter it out. This is huge. It's a huge amount of progress. And when I read this, I thought, wow, that is a big deal. It's supposed to be cheap. It's supposed to be very effective. If we could do this in a cheap and effective way, we could make all kinds of advances. If we can do this kind of thing across a number of pharmaceutical products, I'm speaking about something where we don't really know the side effects today, but going back to a little bit of the Nassim Taleb via negativa, the best thing we can do for health is to take out the things that are not, original or not part of our general, environment. Getting rid of estrogen, getting rid of chemotherapy chemicals, getting rid of vitamin excretions, all these things that come through our body to save us and help us, right? if we can get rid of those as part of our wastewater system, we will be doing a huge thing for the environment. We'll be doing a huge thing for humanity. I was just really excited about it, and I wanted to share it with you because you didn't know it was a problem. I'm sorry. Now you do, but I think we're going to fix it, which is super cool. Take care.